This is Akashavani Mangalore. Yuvavani. Dear young friends, welcome to today's English Yuvavani program. Today we have a discussion, Yoga for All, in connection with the International Yoga Day, what we observed yesterday by the students of Karnataka Ayurvedic Medical College, Mangalore. Participating students are Anvith B, Pragathi Ganesh Shetty, Rashmi S, Bharathi NR, Sanjana, and their mentor Dr. Sukanya, Assistant Professor, Karnataka Ayurvedic Medical College, Mangalore.
Namaste to one and all. We are the Ayurvedic students from Karnataka Ayurveda Medical College, Mangalore. Myself Pragathi, along with my classmates Bharathi, Rashmi, Sanjana and Anvith, and our dear professor Dr. Sukanya, Department of Swasthavrata, to guide us. We are very delighted that we had an exquisite celebration of International Day of Yoga with full of life yesterday. It was the best morning in my life. I took pledge to continue learning and promoting yogic science along with my friends. Here we sit together again to encapsulate the theory and interact. I have completed 20 rounds of Surya Namaskara in the morning. I feel energized, calm and alert. What about you, Anvith?
Yes, we were in the same yoga class. I have attended dhyana and pranayama sessions too. What about you, Sanjana?
I have not yet found the favorable slot in my yoga class. It is too crowded today.
Sanjana, I think gradually more people are joining the yoga class. We must arrive early to reserve our space.
Bharti, it's because this week we are celebrating International Yoga Day.
Rashmi, when is that? What is International Day of Yoga? I have seen yoga promotion video and series from Ministry of Ayush in social media.
International Day of Yoga is on June 21st. Ma'am, what's the significance of that day?
Yoga is the art and science that is gifted to mankind. We gained global recognition after a universal appeal from the United Nations during 2014. We must be very proud as Indians. We proposed this resolution and 175 member states endorsed this unanimously. June 21 has a special significance. It is the longest day of the year in the northern hemisphere. In mythology, Shiva, who is the first yogi, has started passing knowledge to everyone. That means we must admire our ancient heritage and traditional wisdom.
World is geared up to perform yoga. Why we hesitate? I will invest 6 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. for my yoga routine today onwards.
Yes, I agree. These days, everywhere, stress is building up. Academic stress is always there. Now, emotionally also. Vulnerability, depression, and anxiety are another silent pandemic in themselves. Why don't we daily meditate for 15 minutes?
True, meditation just needs our willpower and time. Let's distract the anxious thoughts and focus on healing.
Ma'am, can you please tell us what are the benefits of doing yoga?
Yoga. Yujyate anena iti yoga. It's a union of mind and body. Regular yoga practice can prevent physical ailments as well as psychological problems. Yoga is not just about exercise. It is the way to discover the sense of oneness with yourself and world. Resolution notes that the importance of individuals and populations making a healthier choices and following lifestyle patterns that foster good health. World Health Organization has also urged its member countries to help the citizens reduce physical inactivity, which is among the top 10 leading causes of death worldwide, and a key risk factor for non-communicable diseases like cardiovascular diseases, cancer, diabetes, etc.
I remember the quote from B.K.S. Iyengar that yoga cultivates the way of balancing attitude in day-to-day life and shows skill in the performance of individual. Yoga is the scientific way of life to sustain the positive attitude, right?
Exactly, Anvith. When we heal the negative energy accumulation, or stress from our mind, it directly relieves our body pain.
I just can't wait to celebrate this landmark event. I'm getting my yoga mat ready.
How can I motivate myself for yoga? First of all, you have to sit. Make up your mind and be prepared. Set a time, be consistent with that. Start with easy yoga postures for a shorter duration. At the end, do pranayama and meditation. Explore your inner journey, arrest all thoughts.
Beyond physical and psychological dimension, yoga is the instrument to attain spiritual wellness.
India is the land of mythology, Vedic wisdom, and spirituality. Yoga is cultural icon of India. Yoga uplifts one to universal power. We call the divinity as God. Yoga instills compassion, universal love, and kindness. It promotes discipline and non-violence in the society. Yoga is for humanity. Yoga will continue enhancing peace and health.
I have heard that yoga practice is compulsory in de-addiction centers, jails and for defense personals. Just wondering that how each sector is usefully celebrating the yogic wisdom.
Yes, we study theory and practical. I think we should implement all the theoretical knowledge in a right way with each sector and acknowledge the science.
Yoga is offering positivity. It's the contribution of India to the world. Today, 50,000 yoga studios are there in USA alone, over 3,500 in Australia. Every time new yoga studio are sprouting, new yoga mat is rolled out.
Yoga and pranayama help for post-COVID recovery. It improved flexibility, relieved pain, and increased immunity power. Yoga can relieve post-traumatic stress disorders. Nimhans and AIMS and other excellent establishments have yoga OPD to cater the patients.
I started yoga as a tool for my posture correction, but now I regard this as a great blessing. It not only corrected my physical posture, but also gave relief from my hormonal imbalance.
How can yoga relieve hormonal problems?
Hormones are like body's long-distance messengers. Hormones control metabolism, growth, and sexual development. The pituitary glands, thyroid gland, parathyroid gland, adrenal glands, thymus gland, pineal body, pancreas, these all discharge hormones directly into the bloodstream. Regular practice of yoga can stimulate the endocrine gland and stabilize its chemical releases.
That's why yoga is so popular. It's rooted to Indian culture and evolving and adapting as a revolution. Goat yoga, yin yoga are the contemporary terms.
International Day of Yoga. It's going to be a national movement if everyone come and practice. We can practice yoga at schools, clubs, youth clubs, studio, house, etc.
It's worth to notice government introduced yoga as syllabus module in upper primary education. Let the students grow and learn with knowledge.
As Ayurvedic students, you are also learning Hatha Yoga. We have yoga OPD in our hospital for clinical management. We implement theory into practice. Ashtanga Yoga, Vinyasa Yoga, Iyengar Yoga, and Power Yoga are all types of Hatha Yoga practices. You know the word Hatha? The word Hatha comes from two Bija mantras, Ha and Tha. Ha means sun, Tha means moon. Hatha Yoga is the balancing of two energy systems. One of the cornerstone principle of Hatha Yoga is the conservation of energy. In the process of achieving its ultimate aim, Hatha practices balance the energy system in the body, make the body healthy, mind emotionally strong and conflict-free, intellect sharp, and spiritual aspirations fulfilled.
How can we differentiate yoga and exercise?
Physical asanas or postures brings about an element of awareness, whereas physical exercise are not performed for developing the awareness. Asanas increases the muscle tone if the yoga asanas held for a longer duration. Physical exercise are meant for strength and stamina. Exercise can cause free radical damage at cellular level. Yogasana oppose violent muscular movements as this causes fatigue, muscle stiffness and injury. Yoga is overall designed to develop mental faculties and concentration.
After practicing yoga, I really felt like stopping junk foods and irregular eating behavior. I'm more attracted to positive lifestyle and able to reject addictive substances.
We have learnt in Hatha Yoga Pradipika. Remember? Pushtam sumaduram snigdam gavyam dhatu praposhanam manobhilashitam yogyam yogya bhojanam acharit. A yogi should follow a diet that gives strength, is well sweetened and unctuous like using ghee, and food which is dear to heart like milk, butter, etc.
Wheat, rice, barley, milk, ghee, butter, leafy vegetables, green gram, honey, dry ginger are considered to be wholesome food for yogis.
Also, food that is heated over again, excessively salty or sour, food with an excess of veg is unwholesome.
Now let's know more about Surya Namaskara. We offer salutations to the sun. Sun is the supreme power that nurtures the universe with radiant energy.
Surya Namaskara is a well devised mixture of yogasanas and breathing techniques. Before practitioners undertake the practice of advanced yogic postures and breathing exercise in pranayama, spine and body muscles should be flexible enough. The series of postures in Surya Namaskara reduce visceral fat, bring flexibility to spine and limbs. These are 12 postures which stretch ligaments and give different movements to the vertebral column. The vertebral column is bent forward and backward alternatively with deep inhalation and exhalation. Whenever the body is bent forward, contraction of the abdomen and diaphragm throws out the breath. When the body bends backward, the chest expands and deep inhalation occurs. Body becomes flexible and lungs begins to function, which result in correct breathing. Sun rays gives extra life to the body, which is detoxicating.
We witness regular yoga sessions morning and evening at Nimhans for psychiatric patients. Yoga is instructed even for scientists, administrative leaders too.
Tell me, what is the theme of International Yoga Day 2024? We just had a celebration yesterday.
Yoga for self and society.
Yoga for self and society. From 19th century until 20th century, journey of yoga with renowned yoga master is evident. We can't forget the name of the legend, Swami Vivekananda. Modern age of yoga commenced after a landmark event at the Parliament of Religions, Chicago, USA during 1893. Swami Vivekananda sent a strong and lasting message of yogic wisdom in his speech. Later, yoga gained global momentum and inspiration due to the legendary efforts of Indian yogis like T. Krishnamachari, B.K.S. Iyengar, Swami Shivananda, Sri Yogendraji, Swami Kuvalayanandaji, Sri Ravi Shankar, H.R. Nagendraji, Jaggi Vasudevji, so on and so forth. Ultimate aim of yoga is self-realization. Yoga offers the goal of life and freedom from miseries and sufferings. Let's blossom into the best version of self to this social rhythm. Yoga for self and society.
We witness regular yoga sessions morning and evening at Nimhans for psychiatric patients. Yoga is instructed even for scientists, administrative leaders too. From this, we realize the level of stress management and wisdom that we can rely on yogic science.
Mental hygiene is very important. Lack of fear, boost of self-confidence, detachment, ability to participate and fulfill the social goals are all mental harmony. Regular practice of meditation and pranayama uplifts one individual's full potential and creativity. Yama and niyama can enhance mental discipline in life.
Yes, I have learnt Yama and Niyama. Ma'am, can we hear more narration about it?
Yama and Niyama are the cleansing procedures. It can heighten our senses and willpower. Yama include Ahimsa, Satyamasteya, Brahmacharya, Aparigraha. Ahimsa is non-violence or non-harming nature. Satyavachana is truth testimonials. Asteya is the non-stealing tendency of one. Brahmacharyam is sexual discipline. Aparigraha is non-greediness. We must honor the principles of Yama in our life. Niyama are Shaucha, Santosha, Tapaswadhyaya, Ishvara Pranidhana. Shaucha is cleanliness, Antarika Shuddhi as well as Bahya Shuddhi. Santosham is contentment. Tapas is discipline. Swadhyaya is self-learning. Ishvara Pranithanam is the contemplation to the supreme power.
I have seen yoga camp for obesity and diabetes in our hospital. I used to compare the laboratory value of patient before and after doing 6 months of duration of yoga. It's amazing to see inflammatory serum marker declining gradually among the patient community. Beyond losing weight, there is a remarkable reduction of cholesterol, blood pressure, etc.
Ma'am, what are the yoga postures for diabetes?
Artha Malsendrasana, Gomukhasana, Bhujangasana, Sedubandhasana, Sarvangasana, Halasana, Trikonasana, Ushtrasana. These are all a diabetic patient can practice.
What are the yogasanas for obesity?
Obese patients can practice Bhujangasana, Ardhakadi Chakrasana, Chakrasana, Sedubandhasana, Trikonasana, Shashankasana, Mantukasana, etc.
I used to practice Brahmari Pranayama before sleep at night. Now I get very deep sound sleep and wake up with full of energy.
Regular practice of Brahmari Pranayama enhances sleeping rhythm, induces deep sleep. I see software engineers are developing excess attachment to the bright light screens. This screen time is very toxic to the life, and most of the people they are developing computer vision syndrome later on. Every student like us invests the time and energy on reels and editing. Why don't we de-addict such poisoning behavior and start practicing yoga?
Shall we discuss about the role of yoga in clinical management of geriatric patients?
What is geriatrics? What is gerontology?
Geriatrics. Geriatrics refers to medical care for older adults, an age group that is not easy to define precisely. Gerontology is the study of aging, including biological, sociological, and psychological changes. More technically, the care of aged people is called clinical gerontology. Another aspect of gerontology is social gerontology, which was born on hand out of instance of humanitarian and social attitudes and other out of problems set by increasing number of old people. And last, experimental gerontology concerned with research in the basic biological problems of aging.
Most of the geriatric patients have rheumatoid arthritis, frozen shoulder, joint stiffness, breathing problems, hypertension, ulcer, gastrointestinal issues, etc. Regular yoga class including sitting postures like Bhadrasana, Vajrasana can relieve genitourinary ailments and acidity respectively. Surya Namaskara itself gives relief for joint stiffness and enhance mobility. Regular Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama can relieve breathing problems. Artha Malsendrasana, Bhujangasana, Uttana Mandukasana can stabilize thyroid hormones in the blood and helps for basal metabolic rate.
I regularly do Seetkari and Shitali Pranayama. I was suffering from severe thirst and dehydration due to electrolytic imbalance. After practicing these pranayamas, I could not only manage but also get relief from these symptoms. I could also increase my efficiency in sports and physical flexibility and vital capacity of lungs. Kindly guide us with few necessary rules and regulation for practicing yoga regularly. Bharathi, can you kindly guide us with few necessary rules and regulation for practicing yoga regularly?
We must do yoga in empty stomach. I prefer cotton yoga mat because I would like to empower sustainability. Now, India is pioneering with a victory flag of Sustainability Development Goal. Wear loose-fitting clothes, behold the sun rays in an open atmosphere. I would like to hear chirping of birds, flowing river. That's how I will be nestled by the nature elements.
How are you feeling after celebrating International Yoga Day yesterday?
Ma'am, as we had done 10 rounds of Surya Namaskara and all postures based on IDY protocol, I am feeling more energized and oriented towards fulfilling my targets. I felt like I had a blood bath internally. It was an ultimate purification for my body and soul. Practice of yoga should not be limited to a one-day program. Instead, let's celebrate and navigate our healthy journey with yogic wisdom as a daily routine. How many of you are willing to join with me for the yoga and meditation classes?
We are all coming with you. Let's celebrate Yoga Day daily. I am going to conduct an yoga practical session in my sister's school in upper primary classes. We need to install yoga learning along with other subjects too. Adolescents' health is very critical in present society. Suicidal tendency, addiction and drug abuse are brewing in the society. Let's take yoga as wise instrument against this. Let our children blossom into responsible citizen. Anvith, what is your opinion in present scenario?
In present scenario, artificial intelligence is ruling the world. Let's not forget India's soft power, that is yoga. How do you think is our present world, Rashmi?
Anvith, I think in this fast pace, we tend to lose the present moment. We lack stillness of mind and a helping hand. Let's build up beautiful family in the foundation of yoga. Let's create yoga as our behavior.
In my class, my lecturer just started the syllabus of Ashtanga Yoga.
Sanjana, can you please enumerate the Ashtanga Yoga?
Sure, Bharathi. They are Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana and Samadhi. By the way, I forgot to tell you all, during the first day of yoga classes, I couldn't stretch and lift my legs. I used to use wooden blocks, props, belts as a supporting system.
That means don't hesitate or skip any sessions. Don't be scared of the pain. Gradually, your muscle gets toned and stiffness will reduce and you will raise. I started doing modifications of classical postures. I like to do power yoga now. Shall we recite Patanjali Yoga Sutra together?
Atha yoganuशासनम् योगश्चित्तवृत्तिनिरोधः तदा द्रष्टुस्वरूपेव स्थानम् वृत्तिसारूप्यमितरत्र वृत्तय पञ्चतया क्लिष्टाः प्रमाणविपर्ययविकल्पनिद्रास्मृतयः प्रत्यक्षानुमानागमा प्रमाणानि विपर्ययो मिथ्याज्ञानमतद्रूपप्रतिष्ठम् शब्दज्ञानानुपाती वस्तुशून्यो विकल्पः अभावप्रत्ययालम्बनावृत्तिर्निद्रा अनुभूतविषया सम्प्रमोषस्मृतिः अभ्यासवैराग्याभ्यां तन्निरोधः. With this, we conclude our discussion on International Day of Yoga. Let's celebrate and promote the theme Yoga for Self and Society. Thank you one and all.
Dear friends, you have just heard a discussion, Yoga for All, in connection with the International Yoga Day, what we observed yesterday, June 21, by the students of Karnataka Ayurvedic Medical College, Mangalore. Anvith B, Pragathi Ganesh Shetty, Rashmi S, Bharathi NR and Sanjana participated in the discussion. This is today's English Yuvavani program. See you next time. Thank you.